Welcome to DivTech 101, aka Black Mantle, as we discuss information technology, also known as IT. And in today's episode, I'm going to be showing you a couple of tips and tricks here that you can use so that you can successfully save your information.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
So if you listen to this video for the first time, definitely like and subscribe to the channel, as that helps the channel out and give me the ability to continuously create these awesome videos. So what we're going to be looking at today, people, is most of us are familiar with using external drives, and some people still use USB sticks, but I have a couple of different versions that I want to show here. These are two types of external drives. Now, one of them is a USB external drive. This one right here is a Toshiba branded one. I had gotten this one a couple of years ago. I was using to store some information on and everything, and it still works fine. If you want to use one of these on the road, in your vehicle or something, kids watching like some movies that you bought and you want to put on there, you can definitely use it in that manner. But these went from like maybe uh, 500 gigs to them switching over to 4 terabytes. 4 terabytes, this device right here can hold the whole Library of Congress. Isn't that interesting? But what this does, people, is you can connect this to MacBooks or Windows computers that have a USB-C drive. So if you look on the end of it for sure, you can see that it has a USB-C connection. A USB-C connection means that it's plugging into new style type of computers and devices. Now this one right here is dust proof. Right here, it is IP6A dust and waterproof. That doesn't mean that you drop it in water and it's still going to work. That means if you accidentally spill some water on it, it should be fine, or dust and things like that. So you definitely want to keep that portion of it in mind. Now, as you're doing that, there's another part that I want to take you over to. So let's go ahead and jump over to that cloud solution. All right, so I'm going to show you three different things. I'm going to show you DigitalOcean. I'm going to show you Amazon Web Services. I'm going to show you Google Drive. Now, all three of those, I do have an affiliate link with them. You can hit it down in the description. It will take you to it. And with some of these, you will get a little bit of money to start out with, just to kind of play around and see if it works. And when you go through that affiliate link, that basically helps my channel out. It helps the technical channel out so that I can be able to continuously show you all these type of videos. So definitely take advantage of that. So what I'm going to show you first is DigitalOcean, okay? Well, actually, I'm going to show you in level of difficulty. So I'm going to show you the easiest first, and I'm going to show you the hardest, like behind the scenes. Is what I think it is. Now, when we're looking at Google, I think Google is probably one of the easiest ones. But with Google, you can pretty much just go up here in your account, whether you have a free account, which is the @gmail.com address, or if you're using your own domain name, it's going to be your company or your name at whatever your company name is.com. So when you hear domain name, that means something that you own personally, that you set up a web page for. You can get your Google address mimicked behind that so that you can use it within the cloud console itself. But at drive.google.com, what that's basically doing is that's taking your information and is putting that out there on Google itself. So when you're thinking about Google, think about it like this. You have your local computer. You're taking a file from your local computer and you're saving it to a computer that's somewhere in the world that you don't know where it's at, but it's in Google, and you can access it from any mobile device, any computer, and it's just that easy. And from the Google side, you basically go up to New, you go up to File Upload, and then you're able to select the file that you want. So New, File Upload, you upload the file to Google, or the folder upload, you upload the folder to Google. So anything that you may have typed on your physical computer that's in your My Documents or your Documents folder on your MacBook or PC, You basically upload that information into Google and it's there. Now, Google will, any @Gmail address will give you that for free. But if you have a paid domain, you probably pay a monthly cost of $6 per user per month for a business standard account, and those are flexible. So you can definitely use that. So I think Google is an easy way for new people to learn about cloud storage. You can see your storage down there, bottom left-hand corner. You can manage that and purchase more if needed. Now, if you want something a little bit more customizable that you can use, you can also use DigitalOcean. DigitalOcean, I actually use this a lot. I actually have clients that I would use this for and just play around with like test projects on, setting up different devices. And you can actually use this as cloud storage. You can literally build a computer, but they have what they call spaces on here. And those spaces have buckets. Now, AWS has buckets too, but you can actually come up here, you can create a space bucket. You can select the data center you want. Content delivery network just depends on where those assets are or things that you're saving. It just gives it up to a 70% faster caching technology that you can use. Now, standard bandwidth fees do apply, so keep that in mind. But you can basically accept the defaults and you can just basically come up here and say test bucket. And when you do that, you have a little link down there at the bottom. If you look really closely as you're going through that, and it must be in all lowercase as well, people. So keep that in mind too. All right. If you look real close at that, you can see where it gives you the address of where that bucket is going to be located at. It's going to be right here underneath. Once you create the bucket, there's a couple of ways that you can do this. So once you create your test bucket, you can access this particular folder by using some of the APIs, or you can use CLI, which is an interface that you can use in DigitalOcean. And the interesting thing, people, is this right here basically stores it in Amazon Web Services. And so that's going to help me segue into Amazon Web Services. Now, the difference between DigitalOcean and Google is Google is going to be more friendly for your beginners. DigitalOcean is going to be a little bit more techy, where if you want to connect it to different things, you can use DigitalOcean for that. Now, I'm going to segue over into Amazon Web Services. Now, Amazon Web Services is a little bit interesting in itself. Amazon Web Services, you can come over here and create what they call an S3 bucket. And the S3 buckets gives you the opportunity to create different types of buckets that you want. And these are just some of the test buckets that I have in here. None of these are actually exist or anything, but I just threw like some dummy information in here so that you can see it. And with this here, you can basically download the information that you put up into the bucket, but you can access the CLI interface within this so that you can see your information as needed. Okay, so Amazon Web Services is going to be a little bit more difficult for the novice users, but if you still want to learn a cloud service, Amazon Web Services isn't bad at all. And so that right there, people, is pretty much the only thing that's left there. The thing is, if you want to be able to see those files readily available, see what you're clicking on, you may want to go with Google Drive. But if you don't care about looking at the image unless you download it, you may want to consider either DigitalOcean or Amazon Web Services in that regard. And that pretty much, people, was going to wrap up today's episode. So if you definitely have any questions, like, listen, and subscribe to the channel, DivTech 101, aka Black Mantle, and I look forward to talking with you soon. Subscribe to the channel, as your contributions do help the channel grow and give me the ability to continue to produce educational content.